Despite Wednesday's loss, we're going to get right into this. Despite Wednesday's loss to the Lakers, Rockets entered tonight with the NBA's best record and the most efficient offense in the league. But on the Ryan Russillo Show Thursday, Rockets GM Daryl Morey said he's not worried about those achievements.
I mean, it's the only thing we think about. I think I'm not supposed to say that, but I mean, we're basically obsessed with how do we beat the Warriors.
That's about as honest as a man can be.
I don't mind his candor.
Okay, but are you good with him saying that?
You know, I don't mind his candor at all. I actually like it. He's not doing anything PC. He's saying, you know what, listen, the way we built this team, there's one team I have to beat, and I am obsessing over that. I don't have a problem with that at all. However, there's some other teams there, one in particular that is a couple hours away from them that I think they should be concerned
Let's
about.
unpack that and talk about that. Because didn't they say the same thing last year, that everyone was obsessing about just being the Warriors, and then, you know what happened?
Yeah, you better be careful with what he said. You know, the Spurs are just quietly doing what they always do, and they're getting healthy now, and then all of a sudden we're going to look up and they're going to run off 18 to 20 games, and then we're going to be saying, okay, here they go again. But I think I like that he's getting it out there and not afraid to put it out there that we're going after it and we're trying to win it. And that's all he's saying. Maybe he put Golden State in the sentence, but he's saying we're trying to win the title. And I like that he's putting it out there.
Well, I'm saying, I think he should just say that. I'm trying to win the title.
Right.
I mean, because if you beat the Golden State Warriors and you lose in the next round, is it a successful season?
Exactly.
You know, because then, I mean, what are you playing for? So your whole thing is to play to beat the Warriors.
Yeah.
So at the end of the year, when the exit meetings come up, you beat the Warriors, but you lose in the Western Conference Finals.
Sure.
You bring the guys in and say, great year, guys. Great year. You know, we beat the Warriors, but we don't have a title to show for it.
It is weird, right? There are a lot of things that can happen if you do, in fact, beat the Warriors, that you lose one or two more times after that, possibly. So what exactly, if you're a Rockets fan, do you take away from this statement?
Well, I think they take away, listen, the Warriors are obviously the class of the NBA.
Yeah.
They are the champions. I think if you're a Rockets fan, you're saying, I like the confidence that we have. That's the one team we want to beat too as fans, is the Warriors. You're hoping and you're thinking, okay, if we beat the Warriors, that means we beat them in the Western Conference Finals. Now we're going on to play against whoever it might be in the East.
Well, you should say, I want to beat Cleveland. We all know that most likely Cleveland is probably going to be in the finals in the Eastern Conference. So be obsessed with saying I want to beat Cleveland. It'll make more sense in your drive for a championship to me, because just beating Golden State and you're happy with it, I mean, that's fine. We know they're the class of the West, but there's bigger goals than beating the Warriors, right?
Right. And I think, too, also, you know, without saying it, it's happened throughout our history. Everybody had a team that they were chasing, right? And that's what built great legacies. That's what made you guys rise to your occasions, is to knock off certain teams. But, you know, it's how you say it exactly is what you're trying to get to.
I mean, he came out and said obsessed.
Yeah, but I do think that ultimately his meaning of it was we're going after the title.
Coach, I live in a time these days where I have to take everyone at their word.
Hey, I hear you.
I cannot give you the benefit
Spin
of the doubt anymore.
The spin world. We are in the spin world.
All right, let's just put them in that scenario. Paul, I'll start with you. How much of a chance would you give this Rockets team to beat the Warriors?
I'll give them about as good a chance as I give Cleveland, and that's probably the only other team in the league.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't know if they have enough star power, because say you have Chris Paul, James Harden, Klay or Kevin Durant, Steph Curry will cancel them out. Now it's your role players. And if you're considering Klay Thompson and Draymond Green your role players as compared to what Houston has, they're going to outplay those guys. So I don't see any series with the Warriors, if healthy, going more than 6 games.
Look, I'm with you a little bit, Paul, but I don't really care about star power. My thing is, here's where I think they're better this year. On the offensive end, they got 2 guys with extremely high basketball IQs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors, they got 4 or 5.
Sure.
They got their IQ is off the chain. But Houston, they can go score 120 points.
Right.
Okay. Their defense has gotten better. They're switching better. They're communicating better. I mean, I think their team is better. I don't have a number to say, okay, what's the percentage chance? But now is probably the best chance they get. This is the first time you see the Warriors kind of banged up a little bit. Guys missing a week at a time. Draymond out, Steph out. We haven't seen that.
I mean, how big a concern?
Well, that's the key. I mean, there's two things. I think they got to stay locked in defensively, but secondly, Chris Paul has to be healthy for them to have a chance to beat the Warriors or to beat the Spurs or to beat any good team. CP3 has to be healthy.
He's the X factor.
No doubt about it. And I tell you what, you said it earlier, you know, the Warriors, how many years in a row now have they been to the finals?
That's 3.
Yeah, and if this would be 4. And so, right, would this be the 4th one? So I remember that with our team. And we crawled into the finals that year. And so a lot of this is going to be based on how the Warriors are feeling as they're moving forward through the playoffs as well.
Every year we try to find something that the Warriors need to worry about. Doesn't seem to do anything to them ever. Tonight's Rising Star brought to you by Mountain Dew. DeAndre Jordan's rebounding skyrocketed after Blake Griffin's injury. His averaging over 17 rebounds in his last 11 games. That sweater
is an ugly Christmas sweater?
Is it ugly or awesome? We'll decide.